about ETF. We're going to be talking about real estate. Um, yes, we have to talk about that. Robert, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. And we're talking about the journey to financial freedom. We will be touching the investing in the stock market versus, and of course, basically broad-based ETF, or broad-based index funds, as well as real estate. That's the other part we're going to be talking about, because that's part where the multimillionaire, where they put their money. That's what we're going to be talking about. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. We're going to be talking about. Then I'm also going to be teaching you how, right? Because one of the questions I get every time is that, Dr. Lina, when you say I should not save, but where am I going to get the money from? Okay, where am I going to? So if you don't have money, you don't have money out of pocket, right? And you want to invest in real estate, you don't know how to go about it. Then click on that. I'm going to be teaching you that as well. Okay. So welcome in everyone. Welcome in everyone. We know what to do. Let's tap out the live so we can get it started. Let's tap out the live. You're new here, Ayo. Thank you so much for tapping out the live. And if only I can get this to stay, that would just be great. All right, perfect. Perfect. Welcome everyone. Welcome in everyone. Let's share out the live. Let's tap out the live so we can get it quickly started. How are you all doing today? And I came in earlier and I had to rush into another meeting, but because we have just few days left to this financial freedom challenge, I just needed to be back again. Plus, I might be here not for so long tomorrow because I'm off to NASA tomorrow. Okay. Welcome in, Risky. Welcome in. We know exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to touch about, yeah, I got my tripod got broken today. I just ordered a new one, so it's a bit wobbly. So just bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Maybe I'll just move this one. Okay, much better, guys. Much better. Now you can, I just want to make sure that you can see the screen. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Let's tap out the live. Well, what happened today that you're late? I came in early already. I was here at 9. I came in at 9. I mean, it's just been, but I had to rush somewhere. I had to be in a meeting. So I ended the live at 10 and then I'm back again, right? Some people were here earlier. So tap out the live. So, but it's so good to catch you. We know what to do. We know what to do. Let's tap it out. Let's tap it out. Let's tap it out. We'll just continue. And earlier, what I was teaching, where's my iPad? Where's my iPad? Yeah. What I was teaching earlier, let's keep tapping out the live. Let's get it to, can we get it to 1,000, right? Because of course we already got it to 5,000 before. But let's share out the live. Let's prioritize shares so that all the people that were in earlier, they're back again. Let's get our daily at me. Let's tap out the live. Welcome in everyone. And if you are just meeting me, and for those on the YouTube side, how are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in. We're going to be talking about the stock market versus the real estate. That's one of the questions I get every time. And this is as part of teaching you where you put your money really matters, right? The stock market versus real estate, we're going to be putting it to rest today. So if you've been, earlier today, I was doing an eviction, executing the writ of possession with the sheriff at one of our properties, and I streamed from there. That's the worst case that can happen with real estate. So I also want to tell you the good side. What are the things that you can do with real estate? What are the things? Why should you put your money in the stock market? Why should you put your money in real estate? Because, and where is all of this coming from? That's what we're going to be talking about. So where should you put your money? Exactly. That's what we're going to be talking about. So for those on the YouTube side, click on that subscribe button if you're new here. How are you all doing? I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business. Overcomer, Tang, welcome in. I'm a doctor of business and technology. I'm a professor teaching AI, cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system. Also, I'm a chartered accountant and an economist as well. And I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio, helping as many people to gain financial freedom. We are on, this is about journey to financial freedom. Understand when we say financial freedom, that doesn't mean money. That doesn't mean paycheck. Because financial freedom is very different. Money is just a tool towards financial freedom. If you don't direct your money or your income in the right place, you're not financially free. As a matter of fact, if you're a medical doctor or what other profession, you're a surgeon, you're making money, but you're on morning shift, afternoon shift, night shift, and on call. That is not financial freedom because you do not have, you lack time wealth. All you have is money wealth. You lack time wealth. This is about making money even your sleep. Imports, welcome in, Gatorade, right? Christian Lee, right? Yeah, everyone being here, right? Everyone here, risky. If you and James, like I was saying, if you are trading your time for money, that's not financial freedom because you don't have control over your time, right? Financial freedom is ability to live life at your own terms. TJ Ives, ability to live life at your own terms. Welcome in everyone. As soon as we continue, as soon as we get to 1,000 taps. So I just want to show you, you can put your money here. You put your money here. These are two of the ways, and of course businesses. Those are three ways for you to actually build financial freedom, and that's what we're going to be talking about. So you can take your income and you put it as a seed in these places, you will gain financial freedom. Welcome here. Click on that follow button. We are doing this is a 31 days financial freedom challenge, or no, financial freedom drive, helping us money people to gain financial freedom. So if I tell you something, my day job is vice president of technology. At the same time, I'm also a professor teaching AI cybersecurity. Messi, hi. Trilla, welcome in. If you're new here, click on the follow button. So I'm a vice president of technology, also a professor teaching AI cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system. But even with that income, I still did not gain financial freedom, right? Because, hey, JC, welcome in. Click on that subscribe button, indicate where you're connecting from. I did not gain financial freedom. Why? Because I was putting my money towards depreciating lifestyle liability. I was doing exactly what society told us. Take your money, work hard. I mean, go to school, work hard, get a good job, and life is going to be beautiful. But then we have over the latter part of the population living paycheck to paycheck, working from age 20 to 65, not gaining financial freedom. So today is about the journey to financial freedom. That is what these all drive of 31 days. This is all it's all about. We have 3 more days to the drive to earn 3 more days. Yeah, welcome in. So for those on the YouTube side, make sure you click on that subscribe button. Let's welcome you in. And for those that just joined, welcome in. This is the $1 Million community. This is the $1 Million league. As a matter of fact, you see MDL, that is $1 Million league. People aspiring to become a millionaire in dollars and those that are already millionaires. And how are we doing it? Stock market, real estate, and businesses. As a matter of fact, those three O's are the things that are putting us on that status. Is your income that started first, right? Right? So let me quickly show you something. And I want to also show you the difference and how do you handle this question every single time. Every single time I hear this question, just go, Leah, which one should I invest in, real estate or businesses? So let me quickly show you something. Because you might be wondering, where should I put my money? And this is where ETF, real estate businesses are coming from. Where does the multimillionaire put their money? And I'll quickly read it. Multimillionaire rarely keep large sum of money in standard retail checking account. Instead, they typically distribute their wealth across 4 pillars. Welcome in, everyone. Do we have a millionaire? Timothy, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in, our first millionaire during this live. Welcome in. If you're new here, click on that follow button. Ellen, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Latest millionaire in town on the red carpet of millionaires. From our mouth, there's power of life and death in the tongue. We prophesy it to our big God. I'm a Jesus baby, so I have told my God, okay? And those on the YouTube, click on that subscribe button. But all at the same time, even though we have prophesied into your life, we execute. How do we execute? The stock market. How do you go about it? That's what we're talking about. Real estate. And why do we choose these two? As a matter of fact, there's a third one, which is businesses as well, right? However, this is like a beginner's point, right? And I'm going to tell you which one is better than the other and which one, how should you, not necessarily that better than the other. I mean, it's better than the other, but then how do you put your money there? Okay, how do you go about it? That's what we're talking about. Welcome in, everyone. If you're new here, click on that follow button. This is the $1 Million League. Click on the subscribe button as well. Let's tap out the live. Let's keep tapping out the live. Let's share out the live as well. This is not my regular time, so yeah, so let's also indicate where you're connecting from. I am in Texas in United States, and I'm a vice president of technology, also a professor, an economist, and a chartered accountant. And we're doing a financial freedom drive this July, helping as many people to to be financially educated so that they can gain financial freedom. As a matter of fact, it's the journey to financial freedom, right? Using these two tools, right? That's what we're doing right here. So click on the follow button if you have not done that. Ultimately, our goal is to reduce crime by reducing poverty, ending the paycheck to paycheck cycle, because people will gain the financial education that they need and end the paycheck to paycheck cycle and become financially free. That's the ultimate goal. Money is just a tool. Financial freedom is the goal. And of course, Happy Girl is the latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. You do not know. Oh, sorry about that. Click on the subscribe button. At least you would understand that on the YouTube side. Click on that. Click on that. Awesome. So one of the things I always show is that why do we talk about real estate? Why do we talk about businesses? Look at it right here. Where does the multimillionaire, where do they put their money? Okay, where do they put their money? Guys, welcoming everyone. Click on the follow button. If you're new here, click on the follow button. We already have 67 countries represented here already in 15 days. So if you also care to share, drop where you're connecting from. I am in Texas, in United States, and I'm Dr. Lina. That's because I have my doctorate in strategic business and information management system, and also a chartered accountant, an economist, and of course, and I am also a vice president of technology with double-digit real estate portfolio, and I've been investing in the stock market for close to 2 decades. So if it looks like what you're looking for, ETF real estate, right, that's what you're looking for, then make sure you click on that follow button. Let's tap out the live. Let's also share out the live. Lifestyle travel lady, it's been a minute. How are you? Let's tap out the live. Let's share out the live. Get your daily at me. If you have not gotten your daily at me, let's get our daily at me. Let's get our daily at me. Let's tap out the live. So what I was saying, where does the multimillionaire, where do they put their money? So you understand why we're talking about real estate, where we're talking about businesses. Multimillionaires rarely keep large sums in the standard retail checking account. Instead, they typically distribute their wealth across four main pillars. One, private banking and cash equivalent. And what do they put there? They put liquid cash, which is kept for private wealth management. This is their emergency fund. Emergency fund, 3 to 6 months living expenses. That is what is in here. 3 to 6 month living expenses. That's your utilities, your transportation, your housing, and of course your groceries. Those are the 4 things. Calculate and multiply it by 3 months or 6 months, and you put it in an IO savings account. That's what you put in here. That's the only time you put your money in a bank. Only time. The only time if you're new here, click on the follow button and let's tap out the live. We're not tapping out the live. Chemist, welcome in. D, welcome in. Can we all tap out the live? You'll be sitting there 2 minutes. It looks like what you're looking for. Either the stock market or the journey to financial freedom. Real estate, right? Click on that follow button. Get your daily admin. Thank you so much for the gift. Chemist, click on the follow button, tap out the live. Let's share out the live as well. Let's repost. Thank you so much for doing that. Also on the YouTube side, make sure you click on the subscribe button if you've not done so. Lifetime welcome in and everyone. So where does the multimillionaire put their money? Right? First is the bank. They put a little bit in the bank for emergency purposes, 3 to 6 months. Replicate the same thing. That's what you do. In a case of emergency, you know that you're fine. Your family is fine for 3 to 6 months. Number 2 is equities and equity in funds. Most wealth is tied up in diversified portfolios. Okay? Emphasis on diversification. So it tells you they put stock market is equities, right? Whenever you see equities and funds, right? It means that they do not put their money, they put their money in stock. Basically, it means they put equity is like stock, funds. That's what that means. Equity and funds. So it simply means that they're not putting their money in an individual stocks. They put it in a stock funds, right? So what is stock funds? E.g., index funds and ETF, exchange traded funds. Or maybe mutual funds, right? That's where they put their money. Welcome in, everyone. Yeah, if you're new here, click on that follow button. You're new here, click on the follow button. You'll be sitting here for a minute or two. It looks like what you're looking for. Journey to financial freedom. Money is just a tool. Financial freedom is the goal. Money is just a tool to get you there, right? You can have money but not be financially free, because when you trade your time for money, hey, for an hour, you're back again, right? If you trade your time for money, then you're not building wealth. Building wealth, you're well, you're financially free when you have control over your time. You're making money even in your sleep. So when we're looking, where does the multimillionaire put their money? That's what you see right here. So they do not put their money in the bank. They do not put their money in the bank. Only emergency fund sits there. Then they have equities and funds. Equities and funds. And let's keep tapping out the life. Now, then the numbers, most wealth is tied up in diversified portfolios. Emphasis on diversified. So all of this, there's something called diversification. What does diversification, what does it mean to you when we say diversification? In your own language, what do you think diversification is? And if you're new here, this is, oh, that's great. Yeah, that's great. That's okay. Diversification, what does it mean to you? When we say diversification, you're plain English. And if you're new here, this is the Million Dollar League, and this is a community of millionaires, people that are already millionaires and those that are aspiring to become one. Maybe the trailblazer, right? And this is exactly what we're teaching you. Right, this is exactly what you're teaching you, a journey to financial freedom. So if it looks like yours might be, okay, you know what, I want to just build wealth, invest in, right? All of those things, click on the follow button. If you're sitting here 2 minutes, click on the follow button, tap out the live, share out the live, invite your friends over, right? Invite your friends over. How do you tap out the live? Just tap the screen nonstop, repost as well, okay? Share out the live. If you're sitting here 2 minutes, click on the follow button. We're still at 1,500 taps. Alpha Ray, thank you. Alpha Ray, thank you so much for tapping out the live, sharing out the live. Let us all click on the follow button. You'll be sitting here 2 minutes. Let's welcome you to the community. This is the League of Millionaires. And of course, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology. I'm also a vice president of technology, also a professor teaching AI cybersecurity, deep learning and information management system. I am in Texas in the United States, and I help as many people to turn their income into real wealth, understanding that your income is what you do with it, right? Because if you don't have anything left, if your income is here and your expense is here, this wealth tool, this gap that you see right here, Kofi, latest millionaire income, welcome in, right? Income here, expense here. You see this gap, right? That is what you can use in investing here. If there's nothing here, there's nothing to do here, right? There's nothing to invest. And that's the problem of a lot of people, because they don't have anything left, okay? So they can't even invest. Dr. Adams, latest millionaire in time, welcome in. Yeah, welcome in. I'm typically here at 8 p.m. and 8 p.m. and 1:30 through the 31st of this month as part of Financial Freedom Drive. So it's so cool. This is not my regular time. So if you are just meeting me, good to catch all of you, right? But make sure you click on that follow button, turn on the notification bell. I'm typically here 1:30 Central Time, and of course 8 p.m. Central Time, okay? 8 p.m. Central Time. Central Time, CST. I'm in Texas. Texas time. Okay, put Texas time, Dr. Adams. All right. So yeah, welcome in everyone. Welcome. And on the YouTube side, I'm also on YouTube. It's Money Talk with Dr. Lina. As a matter of fact, this Financial Freedom Drive, it's going to end by the end of this month, whereby we're teaching people, enabling, empowering people, and all of professionals on how to handle their money so that they can build wealth. Your income doesn't equal to wealth. Where you put it is what is going to determine if you are bringing wealth or not. All right. So on YouTube as well, Money Talk with Dr. Lina. On IG and Money Talk with Dr. Lina. So go there. That's on YouTube. That's the only place I have long form videos, right? The name is the same thing across the same picture as well. Long form videos where it's going to help you. Uche, welcome back again, right? So real estate. Where does the multimillionaire put their money? Real estate. Where do they put their money? They put their money in funds, right? The stock funds, right? Equity funds, like you have it here. And then lastly, they put protection around their money. Estate planning, trust, living trust, right? Because you don't want to get to a millionaire status and then somebody comes and take it away from you by suing you and putting you in troubles and all of that. So they put protection and build generational wealth. So whatever we're doing right here is about generational wealth building. If you want to know how we invest, if you want to understand us more, this is not about get rich quick scheme. This is about building something that is lasting. So Google who Warren Buffett is, and you will understand how we invest, right? We are moderate risk investors. We're not gamblers, and of course, we are not speculators. We are investors. We are moderate risk investors. Also, we place the medium and long-term gain, right? Not short-term gain. Okay. So if it looks like what you're looking for, make sure you click on that follow button. Also note that Dr. Lina doesn't have we don't have a Money Talk with Dr. Lina doesn't have a WhatsApp group. We don't have a Telegram group. I'm not following you. So if somebody follows you, that's not Dr. Lina. Always make sure you check the full name, right? Money Talk with Dr. Lina, and check the art's name as well. Is Money Talk with Dr. Lina. No punctuation, no dash, no nothing, right? Please take note of that. So make sure you click on the follow button right now so you know this is the right Dr. Lina, okay? Right, because there's so many scammers. So now you know the reason why we talked about the two of this. There's also the business part of it, right? And what did I just Google? All I checked is, where does the multimillionaire, where do they put their money? And you can check it yourself. That's the result you're going to get. So having said that, right? How does the what does this simply mean, right? They do not do individual stocks. They do a basket of stock. As a matter of fact, if you're a beginner, right, you want to do this, a basket, instead of individual stocks. What do I mean? If you put your money, I want to ask this question. One of the things, I think we have a lot of new people because this is my first time at this time. Typically, I'm at a different time. So I want to ask, if you're new here, you're meeting me for the first time, drop 1 in the comment so that I can. You are new here, you're meeting me for the first time, drop 1 in the comment. This is your first time within this community, drop 1 in the comment. Thank you so much for the shares. Thank you so much for tapping out the live. You are new here, drop 1 in the comment. I am new, right? If you are new, drop 1. I am new, drop 1. Awesome. Danny Boy is new. Who else is new? If you're new here, you're just meeting me for the first time. And I'm Dr. Lina, right? And I'm a chartered accountant and economist, and also a vice president of technology. That's because I have my doctorate and my doctorate in strategic business and information management system. Also, I'm a professor teaching AI, cybersecurity, and deep learning. So it's so good to have each and every one of you. If you're new here, drop 1. You're meeting me for the first time, drop 1 in the comment section, because we do some things differently here. I typically show up 1:30 Central Time and 8 p.m. Central Time, right? That's when I show up. Okay, thank you so much. Fly Eve, welcome in. If you're new here, I'm here 1:30 and I show up 1:30 and 8 p.m., right? Just to teach people how to gain financial freedom, journey to financial freedom. So for those that said they're new, click on that follow button if you have not yet done that. There are things that we do differently here. You wait 2 minutes if it looks like what you're looking for, right? You want to learn how to invest in real estate. I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio, right? Double-digit real estate portfolio. Stock market, how to calculate margin of safety. We don't go to that, because we have a whole lot of beginners here. We do beginner investing, and we just strictly follow ETF, exchange traded funds. That's what we teach here. So all of the things that you're talking, calculate whatever. Trust me, that's not what builds wealth. Okay, that is not what builds wealth. Okay, Roy, that's not what builds wealth. What builds wealth is keep it simple. Go Google who Warren Buffett is and see how you invest, and do it that way. All of this kind of questions that we put right there, that's what makes a lot of people confused when it comes to investing. It is not complicated, and that's what I'm about to teach you. So if you're new here, click on that follow button. So one of the things, wait 2 minutes, it looks like what you're looking for, click on that follow button. That's number 1. Number 2 is tap out the live. Number 3 is share out the live. Number 4 is get your pen and paper ready. And number 5 is I'm going to ask you a question, you're going to respond. You ask me a question, I'm going to respond to you, like I just responded to Roy, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. And it sounds like, are you from India? It sounds like I've worked with some Rohit in the past. India is one of the countries that is not yet represented within this community. 67 countries already represented here in 15 days. 67 countries, the latest country being Oman. All right, so having said that, India, yes, now we have country number 68. That is absolutely amazing. Trust me. Yeah, I work with a lot of Indians, and one of my tenants is from India as well, right? Gopal and Monisha, both of them, right? So, and they are really amazing. So I was wondering that we've not had India within our community. Danny Boy, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. Welcome in. New, click on that follow button. Awesome, awesome. So we have country number 68 from all the way from India. That is absolutely amazing. If you care to share, drop the country where you're connecting from. I am in the United States, Texas precisely. So good to have each and every one of us. Welcome into the family. So, like I was saying, right, ETF, right, it is whenever we are investing, a lot of times people always think about it as complex. Ghana was number 5. Welcome in, Danny Boy. Ghana was number 5. Canada, UK is also represented here. My old wealth is mutual fund and stock market in India at the age of 30. Good job. Good job. Yeah, good job. But you need to have real estate. I don't know about it. Cameroon is already here. Risky, you are an OG. Let's tap out the live. So tap out the live, click on the follow button, share out the live, get your pen and paper, and of course, get your daily at me if you can. Of course, yeah. Let's do that. That is amazing. So this is the basket of stocks, right? Right? So whenever you want to invest, right? This is the way the multimillionaire I just showed you. They put it in a basket. Why? Instead of buying individual stocks, that the risk is higher. The risk is high when the stock is this. One stock, if you put we put $1,000 or $5,000 on this singular stock, what's going to happen? Real estate after wealth, Christian. Way to go. Well to go. Well done. Well done. Well done. Way to go. All right. So guess what? You have the stock, and this is all for those on the YouTube as well. It's Money Talk with Dr. Lina. Welcome in, welcome in. Click on that subscribe button. Let's welcome you to the family. So this is an individual stock. Individual stock, right? Let's assume that this is Amazon stock, right? This is Amazon. And you bought Amazon stock, and because AWS is part of Amazon, right? Amazon, AWS is the data center, right? Data center section of Amazon, right? Not the retail or whatever, right? Of Amazon. Let's assume that the data got compromised, okay? And because the data got, because of vulnerabilities or there was a data breach or whatever, right? Or there was a ransom, right? What's going to happen? The stock of Amazon is going to go down as a result, as an impact from the AWS. If it goes down, that means you're going to lose money, right? You're going to lose money. But if you are dropped in a basket of funds, either mutual funds, either ETF or index funds, right? If you have dropped it in this basket, what's going to happen? Because if this one stock drops, it doesn't impact the entire, the impact is not going to be great versus individual stock. Just like you see with SpaceX right now, with it dropping like a rock, right? Dropping like a rock. But some people that bought SpaceX as part of a basket of funds, the impact is not so huge, even though we know that QQQ is also going up, going down as a result of so many things that is happening, right? The fear with the chip and all of that, AI chip and all of that. But the impact is not as grave as when it's just one stock. Summary of that. So ultimately, why the multimillionaire, why do they invest that way? Because of diversification. If you're new here, click on that follow button. Let's keep tapping out the live. Let's keep tapping out. Let's get it to 5,000 tap. Can we all tap out the live? If you're new here, click on that follow button. Say, this is it. They put it, most wealth is tied up in diversified portfolio. Diversified portfolio. Diversification is key, right? Diversification is key here, right? Because if you want to build wealth, a lot of time people like, oh, you know what, Dr. Lina, which stock? I get this every single time. Dr. Lina, which stock should I pick? Which stock should I buy? And I say that you don't need to pick any stocks. You are not in the job. Your job is not to pick stock. You are a doctor. You are a lawyer. You are a software engineer. So your job, how do you know the stock to pick? Just buy a whole basket. This is ETF, right? This is ETF, right? If you buy like an S&P 500, and there are different types of ETF. There's so many. Peaceman, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. What's the difference between self-directed Roth and self-directed when investing? Roth is just the difference between Roth and brokerage, period. The difference, if you are saying that that's just brokerage account and Roth, one is your retirement tax advantage retirement account, and one is just your regular brokerage account that can be, you can tax it and any, I mean, that is going to be taxed. Okay, one is tax advantage, one is not. Okay, that is just that they both of them are self-directed. All right. So, does that answer your question for now? Does that answer your question? So, this is like a basket. This is how you invest. Instead of you buying individual stock, just buy a basket, right? Because it helps you to do two things. Diversification is one, and number two is risk management. So at the end of the whole thing, you would realize you're most welcome. You would realize that if you diversify your money, right? You diversify, you don't put it in one basket. I want to ask you a question. Remember, I said it's a two-way conversation. Remember, I'm a professor. I'm a vice president of technology. So I always think about, you have to respond, okay? And if I keep going fast, you might miss things. Joe Max, welcome in. Let's keep tapping out the live. Let's keep tapping. Let's share out the live as well. Guys, let's share out the live. If you're new here, click on that follow button. This is not my regular time. I'm just showing up because I had to drop for a meeting earlier. So I'm here 1:30 and 8 p.m. Central Time for the next 3 days. We've been here since July the 1st doing a financial freedom drive, helping people on their way to journey to financial freedom, getting to that millionaire status. This is the $1 Million League, the League of Millionaires. And of course, I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio, and I've been investing for close to 2 decades, helping as many people, bringing them on the journey to becoming a millionaire in dollars and on a journey to gaining financial freedom, ending paycheck to paycheck. If it looks like what you are looking for, thinking of how to invest, either and all of this, real estate, businesses, and all of that, make sure you click on that follow button. IVC, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. Welcome in. If you have been sitting here 2 minutes, click on the follow button, guys. Click on that follow button. Tap out the live as well. Get your daily admin, share out the live. Let's get it to 5,000 taps. And of course, let's click on that follow button. So this is it. Whenever you're investing, don't think of, oh, I want to pick individual stocks. Just buy a basket. That's it. Right? Because you have diversified your portfolio. What is buying a basket? What does it mean? You're buying an ETF. So example is S&P 500. Tamara, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Example is an S&P 500, the top 500 company in the United States. And before you say, oh, this is a United States thing. Hell no, this is not about United States. It is not about United States, guys. It is not. So far, they're spending currency in your country. And of course, there is also a stock exchange in your country. The last time I checked, there was Nairobi Stock Exchange, there's the UK Stock Exchange, there's the England Stock Exchange, there's the Jamaica Stock. Every country has their stock exchange. How do I know? Because 68 countries, including India. And of course, my friend Rohit, all the way from India, just confirmed that right now there is a stock exchange in India. They also called stock exchange in Botswana. Those are countries represented, including Oman, Serbia, and of course, Bahrain, okay? Those are countries represented within this community, 68 countries. So if you're new and we have not called your country, drop it in the comment, right? Your country might just be country number 69 and 70, okay? Drop where you're connecting from. I am in Texas in United States. So it is not about the United States. I just always talk about, because I am in United States, of course, I will be leaning forward to my own country where I am, okay? Where I am investing. That's all that I'm just telling you. There are hundreds, there are thousands of ETF. The thing that differentiates one ETF from the other is what is inside the fund, okay? Remember, it's a basket. It means what are the stocks? It's a basket of stocks. What are the stocks that are inside this basket? And who is the fund manager of the basket? Because there has to be somebody managing it. There has to be a brokerage firm managing, or an investment house managing it. So maybe a trading 212, a Titoro, right? A Wealthsimple, a Bamboo, or a Stanbic IBTC. Any of those investment can be the one managing it. And they will tell you, oh, it's 500 companies inside here. 500 companies inside here. So let me give you an instance. with ETF, I want to ask you a question. Remember, it's a two-way thing. And guys, if you're new here, click on the follow button. You'll be sitting here 2 minutes. Click on the follow button. I know we are giving. Ask this question. I'll give you a minute to check. If you have not clicked on the follow button, click on the follow button. And I'm going to be asking you a question. Creative Nature, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Let's keep tapping out that live. Let's get it to 10,000 taps. Get your daily at me if you have not gotten your daily at me as well. Get your daily at me, cost you 1 penny. So my question to you, remember I said in an ETF, right, just to buttress, remember I'm a professor, right, to buttress the education, just to make sure that you understand what I'm saying, right? Not just to make sure that I'm not just talking to the teen here, I'm not talking to BOTs, I'm talking to real humans, right? I need you to please respond. So question, if I tell you that it's a function of what the stocks that are inside the basket and who manages the basket, right? The fund manager. One question I want to ask you. So if I tell you it's a real estate ETF, please respond. What is in that ETF? When I say a basket of real estate ETF, what is it inside that ETF? What do I mean? Or what, just try. When I say real estate ETF, what is in that ETF? Real estate ETF, what is in the ETF? Drop it in the comment. Ailey, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. I know that this is not my time, right? And I know that there are a lot of new people right here. I know. That's why this chat is very quiet. It's a two-way thing. Super Faith, Ohms. Okay, thank you so much. Who else? Just try. Yeah, make sure you click on that follow button. Click on that follow button. Right, if you've not done so. Ohms. Who else? Real estate ETF. Who, because when you answer this question, land, highly favored. Thank you so much. Right? Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much. Who else wants to try? Right? Who else wants to try? Taha, welcome in. Latest millionaire in town, welcome in. Let's share out the life as well. Leah, I'm waiting, guys. We have 70 people here. Just respond. There's no wrong. Commercial property, apartment. Thank you so much. Awesome. Who else? Only a few people are responding. When you respond, trust me, what you do. Remember, I'm a professor. What you do when you respond, rental, okay? It's just Superface that is responding. When you respond, trust me, you would understand it better. Construction, good. Construction, all right. Now, everybody that you have responded, Daniel, thank you so much. Everyone you are all correct. Everyone correct. But in one word, it's just the answer is in the question that I asked you. I said real estate ETF. So the answer is real estate. Real estate, City Habit Events, welcome in. Yeah, let's remember to get our daily admin. It's just real estate. So anything that is real estate, properties, land, commercial property, apartments, those are all types of real estate, right? So all of those things that you have said, anything that formulates real estate. So it's just basically real estate companies. So you see all those RIs that you see in the downtown, right? Have you ever imagined who owns them? All those shopping malls, right? Have you ever imagined who owns them? The movie theater, right? Have you ever imagined who owns them? Your office space, right? That restaurant. Do you ever imagine? Sometimes it's real estate companies, property companies that owns them, and they are listed on the US stock exchange or listed in your country's stock exchange, and that is a basket in itself. That is now imagine all of those different companies like BlackRock, like what was the other one? Different companies, real estate company in a basket. But instead of you saying that, oh, you know what, I'm just buying BlackRock. You are buying BlackRock. You are buying what's the other one? C-Reb or something, right? You're buying that. All of them are in this basket. You buy it in one money. So if the price of one goes down, the impact is not so huge on you because you have so many of them. So I'll ask you another question. There is a popular one that everyone talks about, S&P 500, meaning Standard & Poor's top 500 companies in the United States. So I would just say S&P 500 ETF. What is in that ETF basket? S&P 500 ETF. What is in the ETF? Put it in the comment. And if you're new, click on that follow button. We're talking about how do you invest in the stock market without you losing your money, right? Where do you put your money, right? Where do you put your money so that you are going to be growing it? You're growing it, right? So S&P 500 ETF, what is in that ETF? And if you're new here, make sure you click on the follow button. Let's tap out the live. Let's get it to 10,000 taps. Let's share their life as well. You don't know how to share, press my forehead on the screen. And then you'll see your contacts. Invite each and every one of them. And if you're new here, welcome into, this is the $1 Million League, community of millionaires on a journey to financial freedom, right? On a journey to financial freedom. And of course, investing in stock market is the way. Number 2 is real estate. Number 3 is business. Saving your money in the bank will not get you anywhere. All right? It will not get you anywhere. Thank you so much. So I asked the question, S&P 500 ETF. What is in that ETF, guys? Based on what I just said, real estate ETF. Real estate is inside it. S&P 500 ETF. What is in that ETF basket? Crickets. What is in that ETF, guys? I know that this is what is in that ETF. Answer the question first. S&P, thank you so much. I proclaim S&P, right? S&P 500 is what is inside there. S&P 500 is what is inside of it. Exactly. So just the same way, beauty supply ETF. Beauty supply ETF. What is in that ETF? Beauty supply ETF. What is in the ETF? Remember, ETF is just a basket. What is inside of it? And if you do not understand, just say I do not understand. If you do not understand, just say I do not understand. Right? I know that this is not my regular time, so I know that a lot of new people. If you're new, drop 1 in the comment. I am new, so that I can know the level of details that I'm going into. Beauty supply, thank you so much. Now you understand what that is, right? Joe Mack, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. Yeah, if you're new, I'm new, okay. But you got it right, You're new, yeah, welcome in. Make sure you click on that follow button if you're, for everybody that is new, right? I know there's a lot of new people. If you're new, drop 1 in the comment or also indicate where you're connecting from so that we just had India represented here, country number 68 in 16 days. Country number 68 represented here in 16 days. Joe Matt, awesome. Welcome in. Yeah, welcome in everyone. All right, so it's a basket. ETF is just something. Instead of you buy individual units of investing in one company, right? Instead of you, Mama Twins, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. Right. The thing about it is that ETF is just a basket of funds, and it helps you with risk management and diversification. So your chances of losing your money is pretty minimal when it comes to ETF, okay? Your chances of losing your money, it's minimal. It's just trying to manage, and it's so easy to start. So one of the things is that as a beginner, I always say start with ETF. Start with ETF. The other part of it is that as a beginner, start with ETF. The other part of it is that, you know what? You can start with $1. $1, you can start investing with $1, okay? So that's the thing with ETF. Any questions on ETF? Remember what we were looking at. This is not get rich quick scheme, guys. This is about investing. All right? Any question? And let's keep tapping out the live. Let's get it to 10,000 taps. Let's get it to 10,000 taps. This is so weird. This is not my regular time. And I do understand. So if you do not understand anything, please let me know. How can you invest with $1? Because the minimum, you can buy $1 stock. Yeah, you can itself, yeah. You can just buy $1 stock. It's just fractional that you need to buy, right? How do you invest in ETF? You're going to get there. All right. How do you just buy it like a stock, right? Buy it in a brokerage account and invest there. Okay. Does that answer your question himself? Right? So let me show you. If you invest, how many funds can you buy in one basket? The basket is the fund, okay? Super faith. The basket is the fund. All right, I think. Are you saying in Robinhood? How many funds can you buy in one basket? The basket itself is the fund, guys. What country are you? Google will be your best friend, okay? The basket, this is the fund. This is an ETF. This is whenever we say a basket, this is a basket of different stocks that are in there. Super fit. This is the fund. This is the basket. This is an ETF basket. So if I say S&P 500, top 500 companies in the United States, this is the fund itself. This is like an SPY. This is like a VOO, thereabout. Top 500 companies right here. S&P 500, that's what it is. Does that make sense? How many in one basket? See, there can be the entire stock market in one basket, okay? There can be the entire Ghanaian stock market. Where are you super fit? There can be top 500. There are hundreds. Remember, it's about what is inside that fund. It is about what is inside that fund and who manages the fund. So if you're asking me, okay, how many is in the fund? There's the ETF, right? There's the S&P 500. That's top 500 companies. If we talk about beauty, it could be 1,000. And there's also top 1,000 S&P, 1,000 Standard & Poor. There is the entire US stock market. So it's a function, that's why I said, a function of what is inside that ETF. Right? If you have a particular name right now that is a mind or something, like an S&P 500, it's top 500 companies. So it's 500 that is inside of it. All right? But we have thousands of ETF, like thousands. That's why I said it's not limited to the United States, other countries as well. And let's tap out the live. Let me quickly reset the live. If you're new here, click on the follow button, especially if you're sitting here 2 minutes, click on that follow button, tap out the live. Let's share out the live as well. Right? If you're new here, click on that follow button. This sound sparks your curiosity. You want to learn more about this. I'm typically here 1:30 Central Time and 8 p.m. Central Time. So this is not my regular time, right? So click on the follow button if you're new here. So, and you're wondering, why are we even talking about it? Go and check, where does the multimillionaire put their money? Let's tap out the live. Let's tap out the live. Can we get it to 7,000 taps? And of course, let's get it to about 20 shares. Tapping out the live. Let's tap out the live. If you have been sitting here, there's some things that we do differently. Like I said, this is not your regular life. Things that we do differently here, we tap out the live, okay, non-stop. As a matter of fact, we never start the live until we get to 5,000 taps. That's what we do in the regular life, 5,000 taps, right? And of course, we do shares. Press my forehead on the screen and you share. Also, you get your daily at me, okay? Daily at me costs you 1 penny right there. Daily at me costs you 1 penny, but of course, you're going to get 30 points back. It costs you 1 penny, but you're going to get 30 points back. Wait 2 minutes. If you have been here 2 minutes, click on the follow button, right? Oh, the other thing is that get your pen and paper. Get your pen and paper ready because this is you're going to learn something new every single life. So if you're sitting there 2 minutes, click on that follow button. Or if you're new here, click on the follow button. Let's welcome you to the $1 Million League. Welcoming everyone, okay? GTR, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. All right. All right. So, and whenever we're talking about ETF and index fund, they're almost the same thing. The only thing is that this one mimics the index, so it's not traded like stock. ETF is traded like stocks, right? So you're thinking, where do I get it? The stock market, right? The way you're getting stock, that's where you get ETF, right? Not in the store. Not in the store. Index fund, on the other hand, it's traded like it's at the end of the day. So what does it mean, traded like stock? So you can buy and sell during the trading window. You can buy and sell during the trading window. Index funds, on the other hand, you can index fund. This one you can. It's at the end of the day. So because it mimics the index, right? So by the end of the day is when you know, oh, this is how much it ended with. This is how much. So let's say you sold it or you buy, then you can only confirm at the end of the trading window at 3 p.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. Or 4 p.m. What's it called? Eastern Time. IK latest millionaire in town, or your own country, whatever their timing is, that's what it is, right? So that's just the difference. Now, this is ETF, and you want to know more, I will probably be teaching it deeper tomorrow, right? Deeper tomorrow, 1:30, like I said, 1:30 and 8 p.m. I might not show up tomorrow at 1:30 because I will be off to NASA, right? I'll be off to NASA here tomorrow. Yeah. So, but 8 p.m., I will definitely show up at 8 p.m. So you want to make sure that you click the follow button and turn on notification bell, and I'll be teaching that tomorrow. Also, we would also be having some discounts on all of our courses and all of the one-on-ones and mentorship program tomorrow as well. So you want to take the one-time advantage to opportunity to get it as part of our CSR, rounding up with the financial freedom drive. So you've been asking, how do you buy the ETF and all of that? You want it back tomorrow so that you can get it at the discount. Let's tap out the live. If you're new, I know that this live feels weird. It feels weird, but I do have some OGs in the house. Let's tap out the live. Uche, Risky. Yeah, let's tap out the live. Let us all tap out the live. Can we also share the live? Let's share the live. Yeah, it looks so weird. Yeah, because this is not my regular life. So if you're new here, click on that follow button. You're new. You're here for 5 minutes. You've been here for 2 minutes. Click on the follow button. Let's welcome you in. Yeah, let's welcome you into the League of Millionaires. Welcoming everyone. Welcoming everyone. So one of the other things is, another thing, now that we talked about ETF, except anybody has any question on ETF, Benjamin, latest millionaire in town. Oh, Sak, you're most welcome. Yeah, you are also not, you are also an OG. Yeah, so you know what to do to tap out the live, get your daily at me, share out the live. I know all the OGs in this house when, at my regular time. Yeah. So I know all my OGs is, you know what exactly to do. So one of the things, and I'll quickly touch about real estate as well. Real estate, on the other hand, like you rightly said, real estate is the buildings. It's all of that. ETF, one of the questions I get every time, Dr. Lina, and you can see it on up there, ETF or real estate, which one is going to get me be financially free? Which one is better? Which one would make my journey quicker and all of that? Trust me. Always know that it's not about choices. And please, can we all tap out the live? This life feels so weird. Can we tap out the live? I have to pause, guys. Probably even end the live. Can we tap out the live? It doesn't look like are we real humans here? Maybe it looks like we have BOTs here. Can we all tap out the live? Please tap out the live. Click on the follow button. If you are sitting here for 2 minutes, click on the follow button. It looks like what you're looking for. Click on the follow button. Let's all tap out the live. I'll give us 2 minutes. Let's do that quickly. Thank you so much. Let's tap out the live so that we can continue with the class. Let's tap out the live. Priceless latest millionaire. Welcome in. Let's quickly get into, you are real, awesome. Yeah, you're real, awesome. Click on the follow button. Yeah, once we get it to, let's get it to 8,000 taps. We'll continue the class once we get it to 8,000 taps. Let's all tap out the live. And if you'll be sitting here 2 minutes, click on the follow button, turn on notification bell as well.